They love their football in the East Bay, and the NFL has once again returned to Oakland, California. Coming up, boy, was a staple on the NFL calendar for so many years, and now it's back. The AFC and the NFC and the NFL Pro Bowl game.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what to expect, so I guess I'll ask you, what do you expect?
Well, in recent years, it has turned into an absolute offensive explosion, hasn't it? Games in the 50s are not out of line. What you're hoping is that some of these great defenders have a chance to adjust and react and maybe narrow that down a little bit. But I will say, this game is tilted heavily towards the offense's advantage.
The best and brightest the league has to offer on display. The NFL Pro Bowl is underway. Oh, good move. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So here comes the AFC for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick in 2018 from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. That's his first catch in his first Pro Bowl.
And if I were him, I'd keep the football. I know it may seem like a little thing, but as you said, his first Pro Bowl, that's a big announcement to the rest of the league that he's arrived, that he's one of the better players. Keep the football, put it up on the mantle, and celebrate his first Pro Bowl catch. Hopefully there'll be more to come.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt.
Kevontae Turpin is deep for the NFC.
And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. So out comes the NFC for their initial drive. They'll be led out by the 1st overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Chris Jones of the Chiefs there for the AFC tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now a 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap for Goff.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, here's Goff.
Open man, that's the Lions' Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's not often that we chastise people in a Pro Bowl, but offensive line. Come on now. You got to give him a chance back there. He got clobbered on that play.
Henry again on 2nd down.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd down.
This now a 3rd and 4.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Well, the NFC pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack.
Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The NFC with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. On the draw, this is Barkley. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The AFC set to take over on offense.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Allen now looks to throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. A first down carry for Henry. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Draw play. This is Henry. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
3rd and 4.
Allen. That caught by the Texans, Nico Collins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Open man, Jerry Jeudy of the Browns. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Now Allen. This is caught. Touchdown. Jerry Jeudy from 6 yards away. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 AFC. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with an AFC touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The NFC takes possession here late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Here's Goff.
He'll get that complete to the Niners' George Kittle.
Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 34-yard line.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Gone.
Same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
2nd and 10.
Again, Goff.
He'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. But anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Goff now looking to throw.
That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Running from the gun with Henry. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. How fun is this to have this game back on the books, to be played at this legendary old stadium, and to have the AFC with the lead? John Madden would be proud. Can his old conference hold on? We'll find out shortly as we go right back out to the Coliseum and rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3.
Chris Boswell.
10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. Shifts by him. The NFC offense heads out to begin this third quarter.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Goff. That is called. It's the Vikings' Justin Jefferson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second down and a yard.
Now Goff. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now this one has been fun so far, as the Pro Bowl usually is. A lot of relaxed faces out there. 2nd and 10.
Barkley inside handoff. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play's supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for them so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
And the NFC punt team out there now, as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing now is Allen.
Looking deep here for Chase. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
On the counter, it's Henry. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They set up the screen for Henry. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Fair catch. Signaled for
The NFC about ready to set up shop offensively. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Able to avoid it at the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
Now gone.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A 7-yard gain. And an NFC first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Unable to corral him. He fights through. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 14 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
To throw is gone. That'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's the AFC in possession, though they trail here to begin the 4th. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey.
On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great effort there. 55 yards. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. So the problem's really starting to add up now. I mean, they tried the field goal in an effort to get a little bit closer, but the block and return make the situation worse.
I like what you just said there. Just trying to get a little bit closer. I think mentally, that's why they were doing it, because really the 3 wasn't going to do them a whole lot of good, but they feel better about themselves now. They feel exponentially worse.
Extra point now by Boswell. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score AFC 17, NFC nothing.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense for the NFC back out there. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's Goff.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Goff now to throw.
St. Brown making the catch on the out route.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well. A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Out of the gun, Goff.
Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown.
A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And this one too low.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The AFC offense making their way back out. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and right up the middle with Henry.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Henry. Bulldozes past him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And an AFC first down.
This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EA Sports.